Hey guys, welcome to Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews. I am your host Boise and this is SmackDown Live Review. So what did we get this week? We got two huge announcements for the women's title match at TLC. We got Jeff Hardy celebrating 20 years of wrestling. We have AJ Styles address what Daniel Bryan did to him. And we also had Randy Orton addressing his attack on Rey Mysterio. For all that said and done, let's just hit the music. So we kicked off the show with Paige and Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch very much cut a fantastic promo being back. The crowd was super psyched to see her. It's always good to have the man back on TV, and she called out Charlotte Flair. Both women exchanged words. Pretty much Becky announcing that Charlotte was stealing her thunder, aka my charisma, her attitude, and she had to do it to beat up Ronda Rousey, and said you did a half-ass job at it pretty much, because if it was me, Ronda wouldn't have walked out the next night. Oof. Both women started bickering. Paige loved it and she said, you both have the fire, let's make it official. TLC, we're having a TLC match for the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Charlotte versus Becky. Good, yes already. Big announcement already. Then Mandy Rose interrupts Paige. She goes, any one of us here. This was the heels came out all together. Sonya, Deville, the IIconics. Pretty much stating, we could have done that ourselves. Why don't you give us the opportunity? Naomi and Asuka and Lana as well, and who else is there? Carmella all came out together, the babyface team, and they said, why don't we get an opportunity as well? So Paige made another announcement, a battle royal for the main event. The winner would be added to the TLC match against Charlotte and Becky. I think this was a really strong segment. Mandy Rose came out, she cut a good promo, very good promo for Mandy. I think her description to Paige that she favours her former teammates of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, always giving them opportunities, yet never giving anyone else an opportunity. I think that was a valid point, and I think that the chemistry against every woman in that division just highlights how good the SmackDown Women's division is right now. So I'm going to give this whole segment an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Becky being back was brilliant, and all the women just cut fantastic promos. The crowd went mental for Asuka, so we already automatically had a favourite before the match even started. So our first match of the night was the Bar versus the Usos, and the Bar announced an open challenge for any team apart from the New Day to take them on. They want competition. And who did they get? They got the Usos, the team which won the Survivor Series tag team match. Brilliant. I absolutely love this match. It's one of the best matches. The Bar did not have the Big Show with them anymore. It looks like they have finally split from the Big Show after they had a backstage argument where Big Show KO punched Cesaro in the face after he criticised him for last week's Thanksgiving fight. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about that, but the match itself was brilliant. I think this is one of the best tag team matches we've had in some time on the show. It was pure on back and forth between the both teams. It looked like any team could win it, and that's what you want to see on this type of competition. The Usos looked like they were about to win it before Cesaro intercepted with the German uppercut. My God, that man is brilliant. He is absolutely talented. Again, the Usos super kicks really came into effect here. I think maybe the best super kicks in WWE. I'm not going to say in wrestling because I know some fans will go mental with me if I said that. But yes, very much the best super kick party in WWE. Get where I'm coming from there. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. I loved every second of this match. The Usos did win. That must put them in the SmackDown title picture now. But I'm hoping we get a ladders match between the Bar, the Usos, and the New Day for the SmackDown tag team titles, because I think that's the type of match which fans could really get behind, and I think it could be an homage to Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, and the Dudleys if we got that type of match involved. So I'm going to give this match an 8 out of 10. absolutely entertaining. Next up, we had AJ Styles talk about Daniel Bryan. Now, he talked about how this last 14 days has been the longest 14 days of his life since he lost the title, stating that since, you know, the 371 days he was WWE Championship just went like that, it felt really quick, yet these 14 days have been the longest of his life. And he's not making excuses. He doesn't like to lose, but the way he lost was unacceptable, especially by someone like Daniel Bryan, who, let's be honest, we all expect to be a good guy all the time. And he said that thanks to Daniel, he just feels lost. And it's true, it makes sense. He goes, I knew I was going to have a target on my back, but not there. So, what does he want? Well, he cannot wait to get his hands on Daniel Bryan at TLC. He's also said that he's going to bring the title back just like he brought it to every house show, every match, every SmackDown. Like, unlike Daniel Bryan, who's not even turned up to any of the house shows this week as WWE Champion. He's taken a page from Raw. Great shot at Raw. I think that was fantastic. Look, and he said he's not even here tonight. He challenged him, but he's not going to even be here tonight. So whenever he gets out of that hyperbolic chamber, you know where to find him, and he's waiting for you, Daniel. I thought this was solid performance by AJ. His promo skills have definitely improved since he's come to WWE, and he just feels like this is a great stage for AJ Styles. Being the challenger, I think he will really excel at this role now, because he was a great champion as well, so fans really enjoyed it. I'm going to give this segment a 7 out of 10. Really good promo from AJ. Cannot wait to see Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles at TLC. Next up, we had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev, and we didn't actually have a match. Nakamura attacked Rusev before the match even started. 2 King Slasher to the faces, and that was it. It was very short. Hopefully this is building up to a big feud between the two, because let's be honest, I think you can tell that Rusev Day has finally died. When I say finally died, I think it's just died. There's still big cheers for Rusev, but yeah, it's not as big as it used to be. And I think if Rusev held the title, like the US title, it might help it. I think he's in more desperate need to hold a title than Shinsuke. Shinsuke's done nothing with the US title, and it's just showing. It's just showing no one. People still cheer for Shinsuke as a bit, you know, but it's like you got two guys who need something to happen, and this feud could rebuild both guys. I hope this does happen. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. Hopefully this is the start of a good feud. Hopefully Rusev will win the US title back, because I think he's held it twice as a heel. Maybe this time as a babyface, he can do something really good with the title. Next up, we had Jeff Hardy's 20-year anniversary celebrations. And first things first, why the hell was Michael Cole there? He was in the ring conducting the interview with Jeff Hardy. Made no sense. Tom Phillips is the main guy on SmackDown's announcement team, so wouldn't it make sense for Tom to hold the interview, not Michael? But yeah, it was a good video packages of Jeff's career in WWE. They're not going to show the TNA stuff, are they? And I was like, oh, I hope they show that classic match of Jeff Hardy and Sting. You know, the one where Jeff was absolutely comatose off alcohol and drugs. But no, they showed all these highlights. It was a really good video package. Jeff definitely cut a promo off script and thanked the fans, which was great. The fans, you know, Jeff Hardy's always been a fan favourite, and it makes sense. He is awesome. He's one of those high risk. He even goes, look, I don't know even how I'm still here with half the stuff I've done, you know, watching that. And I thought that was cool. I thought that was pretty cool. Samoa Joe comes out to obviously disrupt the celebrations. Jeff did announce this isn't a retirement. This is he can't wait to show what's next for him. And obviously Samoa Joe comes out, and that indicates this is the next feud. Samoa Joe cuts a brilliant promo. This is Joe at his best, saying, taking the mick out of Jeff's history of drugs and alcohol abuse, and says, I'm glad WWE made this video package, because I'm pretty sure Jeff wouldn't have ever remembered any of it because he was so off his face. Brilliant heel. You could hear the fans dropping. Shane O'Mac did warn him at first. I really like this. And Samoa Joe and Jeff Hardy look like they're about to take each other on. And Samoa Joe walks off. Definitely cannot wait for this feud. I think this could be a great feud between the two guys. The promo work between them both was brilliant, and Samoa Joe's just really good on the mic. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it so much. I was going to give it a 7, but I thought with Joe's comments, it's a must-watch segment for me. Next up, we had Kofi Kingston versus The Miz. Now, this started backstage where The Miz saw the New Day. They were watching something off their phone. He thought they were watching the Marine 6, and there they were watching The Miz getting pinned by 2 jobbers last week. The Miz challenged them to a match. He says, I'm going to talk to my BFF, Shane O'Mac, and I'm going to get this match. And he storms off. But best bit about that backstage segment was Big E talking about the Marine series, and they all look at him like, you are a Marine fan. And I thought that was actually really fun. Big E's comedic chops coming out brilliantly there. The match itself was fine. It was a fine little segment, fine little match. Didn't really get on as great as I thought it would, just because the match was so short, and I think the match took away quite a bit when the New Day start using the pancakes a little bit too much, especially in the match where the Miz took off the belt buckle and they put pancakes in front of it to protect. I was like, oh, come on, guys. I get you, the pancake, that's fine. I like the New Day's, fun characters, but when it's like this, and especially like the Miz who needs the win, this kind of comedy kind of stuff does damage the Miz a little bit, in my opinion. But the match was fine. It wasn't as good as I expected. First time in 5 years these two have taken each other since TLC 5 years ago. So in a singles match. So I thought, oh, this could be really good because Kofi's high fly skills are brilliant. He's selling his great. The Miz's selling his great, and those were on point. It was just the stupidness around the ring with Xavier Woods and Big E just messing around a little bit too much, for my opinion. Kofi did get the win after Big E. The referee was distracted. The Miz was about to get the chair. Xavier Woods took the chair off him. Kofi, trouble in paradise. 1, 2, 3. The Miz loses again. I think that's he needs a win, and Kofi would be a great opponent to get a victory over because he lost last week to a jobber. Now he's lost this week to Kofi Kingston, who's a good talent, but I think the Miz was the one who needed the win more. I'm going to give the backstage promo and the match itself a 1 whole score. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because the backstage stuff was funny. It's just the shame about the match. Too much stupidness happening towards it. Next up, we had Randy Orton addressing his attack on Rey Mysterio, and I gotta give Randy Orton all the credit here. He's never really been the best micer. He's never been great on the mic. He's never been great talking, and this was probably one of his better ones. He talks about the mask. He talked, look, I didn't care about the heritage. I still don't care about the heritage of the mask. And he talks about how Rey Mysterio is nothing, and he's going to destroy this pedestal we all put Rey on. And I thought this was really well put together. Rey Mysterio comes out, neck harness on. Him and Randy get into a brawl. It looks like Randy's getting the advantage. He throws Rey Mysterio into the ring. Looks like he's about to get him. Rey gets a 619 just before he gets into the ring. Brilliant. Gets another 619. Rey takes off the harness. Randy drags off the harness after he's trying to gouge the mask off again off Rey Mysterio. Rey gets the chair, about to hit him, cannot because referees are getting involved. DDT, outside the ring. Randy puts the chair under Rey Mysterio's neck, bashes him into the steel chairs. That ends the segment. I thought the brutality of the attacks on both men were brilliant. I thought Rey Mysterio was absolutely awesome in this segment. Didn't have to say it, his actions spoke better than words. Randy Orton's promo skills and his just aggressive nature was on point here. I'm going to give that segment a 7 out of 10. I was so impressed by it. I really absolutely enjoyed it. And our main event was the Battle Royale. The winner would be added to the TLC match against Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This was a good Battle Royale. Usual Battle Royales back, especially in the Divas era, were terrible, but this was a really good one. I thought all women did really well in the match. Big shout out for Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. They really improved. So here's the eliminations. Zelina Vega, she got eliminated by Lana. Then after she got eliminated, she did beat down on Lana. It looked like Lana was going to be taken out of the match without being eliminated. But no, after the commercial break, she was back in the match and she was eliminated by the IIconics. Both IIconic members were eliminated at the same time by Asuka. That was quite impressive. The butts thing which Asuka does, I thought was quite impressive. After that, we had the Carmella being eliminated by Asuka after she was screaming her head off. Asuka calmed her down, then kicked her in the stomach, got her eliminated. Mandy Rose was eliminated by Naomi after both women were on the edge of the apron, where Mandy tried to kick her in the face. She missed, she got eliminated. Naomi was quickly eliminated by Sonya Deville, leaving Asuka and Sonya Deville, the last two members, in the ring. Both women on the side of the apron. Mandy Rose did try to help Sonya Deville, so it looks like these two still have a strong partnership. But Asuka managed to fight both women off, and Asuka got the final elimination. Asuka in the final is now going to be in the TLC match against Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. I thought this was a really good match. I enjoyed every second of it. Asuka getting the victory, the fan favourite, finally. Again, also getting put into a big spot. So I'm going to give this match a 7 out of 10. Usually Battle Royales are not my thing, but I thought this was one of the better ones we've seen this year. So yeah, very exciting news. Cannot wait for TLC between those two women. Well, 3 women, sorry. And there you go, guys. That was SmackDown Live for this week. What did I think? I think the Battle Royale was really good. I think all the promos and everything like that is building up great. I cannot wait to see if we get a ladders match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, because I think we need that. I definitely think we need that. But yeah, absolutely enjoyed every segment this week. Apart from the Shinsuke Nakamura Rusev bit, I think that was the weakest part of the show, but everything else was entertaining. So I'm going to give this week's episode an 8 out of 10. What was your favourite part, guys? Leave it in the comments below. If you do like our videos, please remember to like, subscribe, and press the bell to keep notified. I don't know why I did that. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at SmackTalkYouTube. That's a U and a tube. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Boise88. And I'll see you guys next time on the next Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews.